Hello, I'm Holly Rader. Today we are going to do an introduction into some basic email applications. This class is for the Chester County Public Library in Henderson, Tennessee. And as I said, we're going to talk about email today. There we go. There are several or lots of different online email programs that you can choose from. You may have one that you prefer or that you've used before. They're really all very similar, but of course, then each has a little bit of differences. You can just do a search in your browser to understand some of the differences. Some of them have more um, storage that comes with it, like Gmail and Outlook have, I believe, 15 gigs of free space to use, and iCloud only has 5. Um, and there may be some other, or there definitely are other differences between them of um, just options that you can do within the programs. Today we're primarily going to talk about Gmail because that is one that many people use. Many of the people that I know use it and have asked questions about it. But we will touch on one other one, Outlook, just to show you that the programs are very similar. And once you understand the basics of how to use one, it's easy to apply that knowledge to some of the other ones as well. So we will start out with Outlook. When you begin your or you want to sign up for it, you're going to go to outlook.com. That's probably going to change to outlook.live.com in your address bar on your browser. Um, so if it does that, don't be confused. It's just through Microsoft Outlook. So you'll come to this. This is the opening page. If you already have an account, of course, you would click sign up or sign in at the top. If you are starting out fresh, you're going to go to click on create free account. Your next screen is going to have an area where you can type it in. I typed in my first initial and my last name, and apparently someone is already using that. So it gives you an option to click on the blue words, claim one that's one of these that's available, and it offered me Roeder 1, and it gave some other numbers too. So you can choose one of those, or you can make up your own and see if that's available. You don't have to use your name, obviously. You can also use a nickname or handle that you've used somewhere else in your life that is easy to remember or that other people know, or you can do something random just to keep your privacy. So at this point, you're going to choose what you want to be your email address. You'll click that in, and it will allow you at the point that that's a new one that is available. It'll allow you to click next, and you go on to the next window. It will ask you to solve a puzzle so that they know you're not a robot. It said pick the turtle. So we went there, and then we have the new email account. The first thing you're going to want to do when you create a new email account, at least this is in my opinion, is to go to your account, and on this screen, it's going to be right up here in this corner. You're going to click on the HR and go to my account, and well, it was HR for me. Obviously, it will be something different for you. But you'll go up to that little icon in the corner and go to my Microsoft account, and then scroll down to update your security info. You're going to click on this, and well, we went one too far. Anyway, when you click on that one, it's going to go to an option to back up your information um, in order. One moment. Okay, I backed up. You're going to click on the security info, and you're going to enter or have the option to enter a recovery information, a phone number, or an email to reset your password. And that's in case you put in your new password and then you didn't write it down or you don't remember what it was. This will give you a backdoor of sorts to be able to get back into your account if you should forget your password. It will send you, it'll go through the option of asking you who you are, and then it will send you a code to your phone or a code to your email for you to verify that it is you and be able to get back into your account. I think that's one of the very important things, just to make sure that you're not completely locked out. So that said, once we've done that, then you can go into back into the other side of your email. You'll click on the little email icon up here on the left. When you first set up the account, you can kind of see back behind this square, it says get started, and it has several different things you can click on to set up the new account. You can choose a look and pick a color scheme and a theme if you want. You can change the layout, what the page looks like, and so you can choose these options to personalize it. Well, I skipped forward too far. Sorry about that. It's also going to give you that option to select your language, your time, um, some other options. And we'll touch back over to, we're going to kind of bounce back and forth. Hopefully we don't get too confused, but that's just the very, very basic of setting up Outlook. So let's talk about beginning a Gmail account. You kind of go through the same thing. You're going to start out with google.com instead of Outlook, obviously. You're going to go up to the corner to sign in. You'll have the same process of creating an account and then choosing your username or what your email address is going to be and creating a password. And once you get into it, again, one of the first things, go to the little icon with your initial in the top right hand corner, go to account, and then you'll have this page that you can see. Click over here to security on the left and scroll down, and it will give you the option to insert your recovery phone number and recovery email to verify that it's you, again, to make sure that you can get into it. And now you get to personalize your account. So we are going to hop over to talk about that a little bit. We'll go through that process again real quick so you see what we're doing. Click on this little icon, go to, and I did say it was the H. Obviously, if you click on that, it takes you to a different option. But click on the little dots, go to account, and let's say one of the things you want to do for personalizing is add a new profile picture. You'll click on that circle, add photo. Now here you can either upload one from a drive or a USB or from your phone or something, or from the camera. We want to upload it from this computer. And so we're going to choose photo, go to desktop, let's see, This is where I have mine saved. I double clicked on it and it'll pop up here in a moment. Okay, so now you have the option to spin your photo if you need to. It shows you in the bright circle what will actually show up, so you can grab the corners with your mouse and it won't go any bigger because that's as big as my photo is behind it. But you can change what view you see. So we'll work on that real quick. A little bit. Get my pup centered here. And then I'm going to click Save as profile picture. So now that's what I'm going to see for my profile photo. And if I share my contact with someone, that's the photo that's going to come up. It's kind of like on the other maybe social media sites that you've seen or other email. But that will be my profile picture from now on. Now let's bounce on over to email. And just in case we'll go back through this one, you can click on that and go to Gmail. This is also an area you can click on lots of other apps. You can go to your Drive or your Docs to do documents. You can find contacts, go to your calendar, chat, lots of other options there. We are going to go to Gmail and it's going to open that email up. Here I have a notification. I don't need this, and so we're going to click in that square and go right up to this little toolbar to delete. It's the little trash can icon. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do and get rid of that right away. Let's take a tour of this page. We've got a menu up here that either widens it or collapses those options. Compose, that would be to write a new email. This is your inbox, and then you have different folders below that. So if you want to create folders or sort the incoming emails into folders, this is where you would do that. There's a meeting video options. There's a kind of a chat option, hangout option. This would be your primary inbox. Your social would be emails that come from social networks, media sharing sites, dating services, other social sites, as it says. Promotions will be from stores like marketing, interest, political causes, promotional emails like shopping and maybe Groupon and different businesses that you like to shop at. So a lot of times they'll sort out into those. You have other settings, and then we're back over there. Here's your calendar. So you have your calendar notes. You can create and save notes there. To-do list, contacts, and you can add other add-ons, other options to include in that list. So let's get into using email. Obviously, we have several emails that we've already received here. If you are expecting one and it hasn't come through yet, or you want to check and see if any new emails should have come through, you can click on this little button. It is the refresh button, and it will check for new mail. This button you can click and it will select all of the emails. You can also choose it to select none or unselect, to mark them as read, to mark them as unread, to select the starred or unstarred, or not mark them as read and unread, but to select the read and unread. So that one just does a mass select of whichever one you choose. So if we wanted to select only the read, the emails that have been read, then we would choose that option. And you can simply unselect it to take all the check marks off of those boxes. So we have received all of these emails and showed you what we do to delete if you have one that you no longer want. Also, if you click on it and go into it, you have those options. You can archive it, report it as spam, delete it, mark as unread. You can snooze it so it'll come through later. Add it to your task if it's an event that you need to remember, or something that you just need to cover. You can select that. You can move it to a different folder or put a label on it to remember it, or to identify it, I guess is what I meant. In order to write a new email, you simply click on Compose. And in the to bar, you're going to put your address that you want to email to. Let's say we want to send it to that Outlook email that we set up earlier. We'll pretend like that's another friend for now. Type in and let's bounce right out of that. And then you would click send. We'll come back to that in just a moment. So now let's do a little housekeeping. You'll notice in these options we have inbox, starred, snoozed, sent, drafts, and then I have a couple of folders. I created this one for the newspaper. I work at the Chester County Independent, and so any email that might come through for work, I would move over there. That one, I don't know, we're going to say that's a friend. Let's say, notice I'm clicking more, and it gives me a lot more options. Scroll down through those. So you would have things that you have flagged as important. You can click there. Chats, things that are scheduled. All the mail together, that would be things that are in your inbox and things that you have moved into other folders. Spam, trash, and then categories: social updates, forums, promotions. You can manage your labels or create a new label. So let's create a new label, and we're going to say friends. That might be you might do personal, you might do friends, you might, well, there's unlimited options there for whatever folders that you might need to create. So you'll notice that added that one right up in here with the others. Now, in order to move one, we would go over here and say, okay, this one goes to work. And so I will click on it. I'm just going to click and not unclick. With my mouse, I'm going to drag it over here to the folder where I want it and drop it in. Now I can choose to read them before, or I can move them over without reading them and come back into it later. I may need to put that somewhere where I can remember it. Let's see. And I may find another one that I want to delete. So I can click on that and delete it. This one I don't need. Okay, so once I have deleted several, I may want to go back to trash. Click on trash and notice I have several emails in there that I just don't need. Your trash will be deleted automatically after 30 days, but I can go ahead and empty trash now just to keep it clean. You'll also want to check your spam occasionally. I don't have anything there yet, but sometimes email will actually accidentally go there that isn't spam. So you'll want to check just to make sure that maybe something that was a personal email that should have come to you, your program somehow flagged it and sent it to spam instead. Now notice that some of these are bolded and some are not. That shows you that there's something that's been unread in that folder. So you can go in and read it, come back out. See what's exciting from your people. And you'll notice they're no longer bold. You can go to sent and see emails that you have sent. And then let's go back to our inbox. And we're going to talk about, let's see, trying to think of the order. Let's go back to our draft first. So we've typed this email. Sometimes you may want to include an attachment to send a photo to someone or to send a form or something. You're going to use the little paper clip at the bottom. You would click on paperclip and then choose where you need to find it. This happened to go right where I need to be, but you would choose through where the file is located. So let's say I want to send that photo. I double clicked on it. You can also click open on that screen and notice it's right here. You're not going to actually see the photo a lot of times. It may just be a file name, or sometimes you may see the photo. So it will load right there. Now you also have the option to change your font and type, and if you want to italicize or bold or justify, if you want it to be, centered, or you can click on this little arrow to be able to see it better and see what all your options are. You can also insert a photo by using this one, and it does basically the same thing. It goes to your photo album and you can choose from there. So let's see. So we have the photo and then you press send. And it cleared out the draft folder because that's already through. Now let's go to another possibility. In this email, notice that I have received a form that I need to sign and return. The easiest way to me that makes sense to me to do this, and the way that I always do, is I open that folder, or not that folder, but I open the file and I download it. Now that's going to give me the option to open or save. I want to save the file, and it says, where do you want to save it? So I would save it to somewhere that I'll remember. Then I'll go to that folder and open lots of things we've been working on in here. Open that form. Now you can go to edit, and you can edit with paint or some of these other options depending on what it is. But for signatures, I'm going to draw, and I'm going to pull that down because I couldn't see from where. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bar here on mine when we're recording a class that sometimes keeps me from being able to see the top of my screen. So I'm going to choose from highlighter, well, it says ballpoint pen, pencil, calligraphy, eraser. So I'm going to choose the ballpoint pen, and you can choose your color and the thickness of your ink. Let's see, I want to choose blue. And then just with your mouse, if you are using a laptop, then you're going to hold down and then use your finger on the touchpad to sign. And it might not be the prettiest, but it is your signature. So once you've done that, then you can hit save. Apparently my ink is drying. I don't know if you saw that. Computers are so clever. Choose where you want to save it. We're going to save it in that same place that the other was. Desktop in my folder and signed form. Now we're going back to our email program. If you're still at this section, you'll hit the back button. Scroll down to reply. Attach. Make sure you're in the folder where you need to be, where you've saved it to. Click on it, and there you go. And send it, and there you go. If you are using a cell phone, I'll go back over here and show you. The process is basically the same, but you're just using your phone process. So if you have the form, then you would save it to your photos, then go into edit, and you can choose, again, you can choose your paint and color, and then you just use your finger to type in. And you saw in that other one, you can use your fingers to expand the photo to be able to make it large enough so that you can type on it, or not type on it, but write. Then you go back to your email, and trying to think of at this point. I went into photos and I chose the picture, or one way you can do it is go into your photos and choose your picture, or you can go through your email and click on the little paper clip again in order to attach and choose the photo that you want and send it through that way. And so that is the process of the signature. I hope that we have covered everything to get you started with your email journey. Feel free to go in and explore the email page, look at all of your different options, and go through your settings and see how everything works and what you can change. On Outlook, again, it was much the same as the Gmail. You've got your email, you've got calendars, contacts, attachments, to do. Over here, you can do the same thing. If you've got your junk email is like your spam, your inbox, favorites, drafts. If you scroll down, you can create new folders and have that to be able to move things over into. I say, there it is. So you just drag it over and drop it. So again, they're very much this similar. I think our time is coming to a close, so we'll go ahead and wrap up. But thank you very much and hope that you have a wonderful day and week, and I look forward to seeing you again.